up, beautiful people? It is your girl, the Dynamite Natural, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I really appreciate you clicking on my video. I make natural hair videos, so if you're into that type of thing, go ahead and subscribe down below and hit the bell button right next to it so you do not miss any of my uploads, okay? And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how I trim my hair. I do not trim my hair straight, like I don't straighten it or I do not blow it out. I cut it kinky, okay? So today I'll be showing you how I do that. This is going to be my second trim of the year. I trim my hair twice a year. Actually, it's going to be the second time I'm trimming my hair since I went natural. Okay, so actually I was supposed to trim my hair last month, being November, but my filming schedule got in the way and I just couldn't do it. But I didn't want this month to pass, so I had to trim this month, because after this month is January and that will be the new year, and it will be that I trim just once a year, okay? And my ends are already beginning to act up, so I need to trim my hair. Okay, so my hair is in twist right now. I washed and conditioned my hair last week and put it in this twist, and you know, so it could give me a little bit of stretch. So I'll be showing you what I'm going to use. I have my spray bottle of water with me just because I don't really know if I'm going to need it, but the first time I trimmed my hair, actually my hair was not in twist, my hair was in a shrunken fro. So I needed a spray bottle of water so that I could, you know, make it, you know, workable, so that the water could make my hair workable. So I just decided to have it here with me because I don't know if I'm going to need it, being that my hair is stretched out in twist right now. I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm also going to need my fro pick and my rat tail comb, and I will also need some tiny hair bands so that I can like if I need to further divide them into sections. And also I'm going to be using my scissors. Now if you're wondering why I'm not using the recommended scissors that, you know, is recommended to trim hair, for some reason we do not have that here. Like, I have searched all the beauty supply stores, all the supermarkets, and I can't find it. So for some reason we don't have that here, okay? And it is very, very hard. Like, I literally searched all the supermarkets that I could find, and I just couldn't find it. But this is the one I found, and this is, you know, what I'm using. So actually I used this type before in my first trim, and I monitored my hair. Like, I monitored to see if I was going to have any sort of split ends, or, you know, have my hair behave somehow just because I use stuff that was, you know, that is not recommended. And actually I haven't noticed any bad thing. I haven't noticed any split ends. My hair, you know, was just fine. But to, you know, be on the safe side, I did not repeat the same scissors that I used in the first trim. I try as much as possible to change it. Like, in my next trim I'm going to use a different one. I will not use this one again because, you know, it's not the recommended one. Okay, so that scissors that, you know, YouTubers, regular YouTubers, natural hair YouTubers use in their videos to trim, I just can't find it, okay? And for that reason, I actually did not trim my hair when I was supposed to, and my ends started, you know, giving up on me. They started actually drying up from the ends up to the root. Please, if you do not trim your hair, do not do that. Make sure you trim your hair. Actually, that's not the only reason my ends started acting up and drying out and breaking off. I actually explained that further in, you know, a previous video I did. I will link it up in the iCard, so go ahead and check it out. Okay, so my ends are knotting up, they're snagging, they're tangling too much. One of the signs that it's time for me to trim. I'm actually going to make a video on, signs that it's trim season, okay? And when I do that, I will also link it up in the iCard for you guys. Okay, so I think I'm talking too much now. And also, one thing I forgot to tell you is, I do not have my gel here with me. That is so bad. I'm also going to use a gel to trim my hair, okay? Because I actually have really kinky curly ends, and so it's kind of hard for me to trim my hair like that unless I want to straighten it. But the gel will actually help my ends to elongate so that I can see the ends or see what I am cutting. Or else if I trim my ends like that, my ends are really kinky curled, so I can actually end up cutting off inches. So I use a gel. In my next clip, you're going to see the gel I'm going to use, okay? So let's get right into the video. I went back and got my gel, and so I'm going to be using these Argan Oil Eco Styler gel that I bought for a wash and go, but for some reason my hair doesn't like this Argan Oil one, so I just kept it to use, for my trims, okay? My hair prefers the green bottle one. I mean, that's the one that most naturals like. Okay, so let's get right into this trim. I am talking too much already, and I know. Okay, so I actually did the first section already, and I actually, realized that I needed the spray bottle of water. So as you can see, my ends are looking really ratchet. So I went in and separated the section into much smaller section, and then I will spray that section up with water and apply my gel, and I will really focus the gel on the ends. That way the gel will help the ends to elongate, as you are seeing, and not make it so tightly coiled. So it will elongate it, and then I can see what I am cutting. The key here is to also feel. Use your hands and feel. It's easier to feel when your hair is wet, to feel for where your end starts feeling or getting dry. So that is what I am doing here, and I will do the same thing to all the other sections. So I split the section up, sprayed with water, and detangled it with my rattle comb and my afro pick to make sure everything is nice and smooth. That is after I've applied my gel to my ends, and then trim. Cut off what doesn't look good and what doesn't also feel good. So I am just going to go ahead and speed this up. And I also go ahead and show you how I trim the back, because it can be really challenging, when you want to trim the back. So it's basically the same thing. Just make sure that you have, a mirror in front of you so that you can see what you are doing. So it's just basically the same thing. Split in sections, apply your gel, and then If you have some clumping, as you can see me have here, you can go ahead and trim it curl by curl if you can. Make sure you also go in with your rat tail comb to make sure everything is smooth. I want you to see how this shape, I really like how the shape was going as I was trimming. As you can see, that nice little definition I had there. If I was doing a twist out, that would have come out so nice. Now we are at my last section. I was at my last section. At this point, take a moment there and appreciate these beautiful curls right here. And then at this point where I have a lot of definition, I will go ahead and just trim it curl by curl, being that, you know, this is the last section, I mean. So I, you know, decided to trim it curl by curl at this point. And remember, the key is to not just trim what doesn't look good, but to trim what doesn't feel good. If it's feeling so, you know, dry and everything, you want to trim it off. Anyway, you're having snags and knots and whatever, you want to get it out or off. after I'm done, I'm just going to take out all the bands that I pre-parted my hair and fluff it out. And I did notice at this point that my camera had, you know, gone out of focus and was not showing all of my hair, and I really apologize for that. And after trimming, I have, like you can see, I had a lot of movement and, you know, bounce, and so I really love when I trim my hair. Please disregard if the left side is looking longer than the right. That's because I just stretched it with the gel as the last section. I did the right before the left, so it has had time to shrink up. So with time, when the left side dries up, it will shrink up and even out with the right. If you trim your hair yourself, or you are good at it, kindly leave some tips down below so that I can apply them in my next trim. I truly appreciate, and that's how the back is looking like and everything, and that's how much hair I cut. So that's it, guys, for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will see you in my next video. Bye.